signs the ambiguous case. Now, the ambiguous case occurs when you know the side-side angle of a given triangle. And so when side-side angle occurs, you're either going to have no solution, one solution, or two solutions. And that's why they call it the ambiguous case, because it's one of those you don't readily know. Are you going to have 0, are you going to have 1, or are you going to have 2? So what we will always do is we will always try to find two solutions. Okay, this is the best way to work. So what we're going to do is look at this first example, and it says to solve triangle ABC, they give us that angle A is 20.5 degrees, side A is 12, and side B is 31. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a triangle. Now, it doesn't have to be anything fancy, but here's 20.5 degrees. Side A is 12, and then it doesn't matter which one we let side B be, but I just let that top one be. So then now, if I look at the triangle, I know side, side, angle. So this is the ambiguous case. So we will always try to find two solutions. And so what that means in this triangle is that I'm trying to find angle B, angle C, and side C. So I'm going to go ahead and write another set of solutions, because if you remember what I said, we can get two. So whenever I'm given side, side, angle, I need to find two solutions. So now if you remember with the law of sines, what was the very first thing I looked for? When I was solving yesterday, what was the very first thing I looked for?
Angle side.
An angle-side combination, right? So do I have one here?
Yeah.
Right. I have 20.5 degrees, and what else? 12. So that is the angle-side combination that I am going to start with. So sine of 20.5 over 12 equals, can somebody tell me what the right side of that proportion is going to be? Sine of B, 31. Okay, so now have you been doing the proportions in one step or two? One? Okay, so in this case, I'm going to take 31 times 20.5 and divide it by 12. And I need you to tell me what you get to 4 decimal places. So 31 times sine of 20.5 divided by 12. Somebody else get that?
Oh, whoops, that's what I did. My bad.
I got 0.9047. So now, in order to find angle B, how do you undo the sign? Yeah, you do that inverse sign. So I want you to go ahead and take the inverse sign of 0.9047. What do you get? 64.78. So that's what I'm going to go up here and I'm going to write 64.78. Okay, but then I notice, oh, there's a second angle B. Oh, okay. So how you find the second angle B is you're going to take 180 degrees minus 64.78. So to find the second angle B, you will always take 180 minus the 64.78. So to find this, you are always taking 180 minus angle B. Okay, so that's something to file away. So now what I want you to do is I want you to disregard the second solution for right now. Okay, we're going to finish our first solution. Okay, so our first solution says angle A is 20.5, angle B is 64.78, and now I need to find what angle C is. So how do I find what angle C is? So what is angle C going to be now? 94.72. So now I need to solve and find what side C is. So to find what side C is, I'm going to use the angle-side combination from the first. And that's going to equal what to find side C? Sine of 94.72 over C. So in this case, you're going to multiply and then divide. What do you get? Somebody else get 34.15? Okay. So this solution is done. Okay? So since this solution is done, I'm going to circle it, and I'm going to disregard that for right now. Now I'm going to go over to the second solution. So the second solution, I got to get rid of a few things here. Alrighty, so let's fill in what I know in this triangle. In this triangle, I know that angle B is 115.22. So how can I find this angle C?
Minus 115.
Which is what?
44.28.
44.28. So now this one is 44.28. So I need to go ahead and write a proportion so that I get side C. Now believe it or not, I can use this one in yellow. And I can just replace that with 44.28. $23.92. And there you go. There's your second solution. So we always try to find two solutions.
So this process then how do we go?
Possibly, because if you remember on the first slide I said 0, 1, or 2. So let's go ahead and look at another one. A equals 42, A equals 22, and B equals 12. So let's start by drawing a triangle. Okay, 22. So when we draw a triangle, we notice I've got side, side, angle. So automatically we know there's a possibility that I will get two solutions. So I'm going to go ahead and write both solutions down, and then that way I know that I need to always find two solutions. So what do I start with? Angle-side combination, which is what? Sine of 42 over 22 equals sine of B over 12. Good. So now what I want you to do is go ahead and multiply and then divide and tell me what sine of B equals. Yep, 4 decimal places. 0.3650. Okay, 0.3650. So what do I get B to equal? Because remember we find B by taking the inverse sine. 21.41. So angle B is 21.41. Oh, I noticed that I've got another angle B. So to find that second angle B, I always take 180 minus the 21.41. So what does that give me? Okay, 158.59. Okay, so now once I get that second angle B, I'm just going to disregard that second solution for now. I'm going to focus on the first. First solution says that angle B is 21.41. So then now I need to find my new angle C. $116.59. And then now I need to write a proportion that will allow me to solve for C, since this is 116.59. So what will my proportion look like? Sine of 42 over 22 equals? How about 116.59? Okay. Yep. $29.40. Does somebody else get that? Okay, so that's one solution. So done. Okay, so now what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and erase my 21.41 and my 116.59, and I'm now going to focus on the second solution. So in the second solution, I'm going to put in my angle B, which is 158.59. Okay, and what's angle C? What's angle C? Negative, right? Because if you add these two together, what do you know happens? You end up getting like 200 degrees, right? Can you have that? No, so this is a case where you get one solution. Okay. Yep. So it's one of those.
If an angle is bigger than, if the angle that you're given is bigger than the first angle you found, if the angle that they give you in the, like that they give you is bigger than the first angle that you find in your solution, then there'll only be one solution.
Not always. Not always. I don't think that'll happen all the time.
No, yeah, because you're subtracting 180 from, you're subtracting the first angle you find from 180. So if the angle that you're given is bigger than that, then
Oh, you mean the 42 in here?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, because I mean that you're only going to have 138 degrees to split. So, okay, so let's go ahead and look at this one. We have angle A is 85 degrees, side A is 15, and side B is 25. So let's go ahead and draw a picture. Okay, I'm just going to kind of mix things up a little bit, just so that we don't always get so inclined to always looking at the same. So now once again in looking at it, I see that I've got side-side angle. So angle B, angle C, side C. So where am I going to start? Yep. Sine of 85 over 15 equals B over 25. Good. So, what? 1 point what? Like this? 0.3? Okay. All right, so now do your inverse sine, and what do you get angle B to equal? Why am I getting an error? Are you sure you did that right? Why? Because what? What did we tell you sign lives between? 1 and -1. This is bigger than -1.
So we cancel that.
Therefore, this is one of those
Yes.
no solutions.
Awesome.
Okay, so right now we've looked at situations where you have two solutions, where you get one solution, or where you get no solution. So what you need to do is you need to add the next few problems to your assignment. Here you go. 10 through 18, 20, 22, and 24. 10 through 18, 20, 22, and 24.